I want to start off with my latest edition, the Solar City / Tesla H6 inverter. It's a 6,000 watt inverter. It has, you can put 4 strings on the DC side here. And so what I have done is put two separate strings, and they have a MTTP controller on what they call PV1. They have PV1, PV1A, PV2, PV2A. And so I have it on PV1 and PV2 hooked up here. And I have tried a lot of combinations, and they have not been successful until I called them and they said to get the voltage as close to 380 volts. That's the nominal voltage of this inverter. And PV2, that second one I told you about, is at 400 volts right now because it's overcast. And if we go up to PV1, it's 399. So there are 10 335 watt panels hooked onto PV1. And there are 10 335 watt panels hooked up to PV2. So right now it's totally overcast. This is a 6,000 watt inverter. And as we go up here, 59.97 hertz. That must be what the grid is putting out. So far, my total energy output on this inverter, which I've tried many different combinations, and it only worked when I try to get as close to that nominal voltage of 380 volts, is 256 kilowatt hours total production. As of today, it has produced 10 kilowatt hours, and right now it's putting out 2593 watts. So, to go over my dilemma that I've had, you'll notice that this thing is kind of toasty. This was in a fire. I had a lithium-ion fire in my solar building, which I'll show in just a second. And this was closer to the fire, and so it cuts out periodically. I have 20 of these panels. There's 6, and there are 2 here. The other 4 are 60 cell panels, and they are with the N-phase microinverters. So what I found out that 10 of these and 10 of these are in the channels going to the Solar City inverter. And right now I'm quite pleased with the Solar City inverter. It's worked well. And what I am going to do is take these 315 watt panels. I have 12 of them. And right now they're hooked up to this Xantrex. And this again, all these were in my solar building, and they are toasted. That's all this little spackle right here is when they came in there with a fire hose, it blew this plastic all over the place, the plastic that was in the air. Right now, this is putting out 1,462 watts. But when the sun comes up and gets closer to the 3,300 limit, this thing cuts out. So it cuts out about 2 or 3 hours of the day. So it doesn't produce maximum power. If it was a day like today, it would continue being successful because it's not anywhere close to its max. So the heat has affected that. And this one right here, this 2100 watt Sunny Boy, was not affected. It looks toasty, but it's worked out perfectly. I have 12 panels hooked up to that. You'll notice that I have various panels. These I bought from Japan. They were a teardown. They were 3 years old when I bought them. They put out about 175 watts each. And they've been very good panels. And they're made by Sharp. And my last inverter down here is a 5,000 watt Sunny Boy. And these are some of the panels that are hooked up. These are 215 watt panels that I originally bought about 10 years ago. And there are 24 of them. and they're going into this Sunny Boy. And this has been an excellent inverter. Can't recommend it high enough. This is a 5,000 watt inverter, and when the sun is out, about solar noon, right now it's producing 2174 watts. It's been phenomenal. Really enjoyed getting this particular inverter. And as we get closer to my solar building, you can see that I can't put a fuse box. I don't want to put one outside, so I have it jury rigged up here, all my stuff coming down to it. But I did put this on here, this meter, so I can measure my output. And so this spring, when it starts warming up around here, I'm going to replace this whole wall right here. You can see up here that fire came out up there. And I had to take off the door because it melted, but the screen door survived. Give you a little peek inside here. It's all blackened. There's no power going in here whatsoever. My inverter's right here. I'm hoping this is going to be okay. And I have two inverters up there that could be bad. I haven't taken those down yet, but this just gives you what can happen if you have a lithium-ion fire, which created right over here. This mess. You can see the charredness of my wind turbine. And this is where I took off a solar panel and an inverter, which totally melted. It looks good there, but not here. But it was quite a mess in here. But that's a later story that I will put out later.